When me and Jill first were like in our early phases of dating, we did have a ton of magnets. But this is during our fighting phase. I remember one time I slammed the refrigerator door and it was like, boosh! I'm like, I'm never having magnets on the refrigerator ever again. Hey.
We're gonna riff on this one, okay?
Riff.
A lot of riffing.
That's what we've been doing the whole time.
Can you just fucking support a friend?
Yeah. Let's riff, guys.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Careful Boys, where we are going to talk. Yeah, okay, let's clap it up. Clap it up, man.
Damn, clap, dude.
Off beat. Everybody off beat. Okay, good time.
Alright. You guys know about Labubus?
Yeah, it's crushing it right now.
It's crushing it. I'm talking about like it turned Pop Mart, or this dude in China. Technically it's originally from Hong Kong, I think, but Pop Mart, the company that sells them, it brought in like over $1 billion.
Holy shit.
And it's just because of the Labubus?
Just Labubus.
I'm sorry, I don't know what this is.
Okay, Labubus are these cute little characters. They look like toddlers in like a bunny suit.
In a bunny suit?
Yeah.
So let me show you.
Is it not a bunny? It is a bunny, right?
This is a Labubu.
I don't know. To me, it looks like a toddler wearing like a bunny.
I don't know. People wear them on their bags.
It's a furry bunny.
Yeah.
That's a Labubu?
Yes.
Is that like the standard stock non-collab?
No, it has clothes on it.
The regular Labubu is like more like
It's naked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This originated.
Look, original, yeah.
I mean, it's just a collectible thing. I think it's a dude from
Hong Kong, I think.
Yeah. The Birth of Labubu. First debuted in 2015 as part of Hong Kong illustrator Kalyne Lung's story series, The Monsters. So it's from like this broader thing called The Monsters. It's sold in Pop Marts, and then suddenly it blew the freak up. And I'm talking like low-key Thai Beanie Baby era style. Like,
I think it's better, for sure.
Why is it better than a Beanie Baby?
Because like, I don't know, man. People nowadays, like, things spread like wildfire way faster than back in that era.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because of the internet. So I think this blew up faster, and like, even my mom has it. Like, why does my mom have it?
Just a Labubu?
She has like 8 of them.
For real?
Yeah.
How much are they a piece?
Like $20.
Because I heard people resell them too.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Dude, my
well,
brother.
it's because it's a blind box thing, so you don't.
Yeah, there's like a gambling element to it.
You get a rare one or something. Oh, that's why. That's why.
Basically, every set, it's like a blind box, so you don't know which one you're gonna get of the set. But then out of the set, there's also one that's called a secret, which is like 1 in 70 chances or something like that of getting it.
Yeah, and this has been a thing with like a bunch of other, I guess, toys or brands or whatever. For some reason, this just popped off. I don't
Well,
know why.
apparently one of the, again, I don't know, but apparently one of the things that happened was Lisa from Blackpink, like she showed like a Labubu or whatever when she was in Thailand. She was like, oh, it's all about it, and then every Labubu was bought in the entire country of Thailand right after that.
Whoa. That's probably what sparked it.
Wow.
People love that girl, huh? Lisa
Yeah.
from Blackpink. She's the one that was in White Lotus, right?
Lotus, yeah.
Yeah. People love her, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn.
So it's just one of those things that just somehow the craze and sensation is like,
That's amazing.
it's $1 billion industry.
$1 billion?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so stupid too, because it's like one of those things that you just see in other toys that just keeps repeating. People buy it, have a whole collection, and then next thing you know, nobody gives a shit about it until the next thing comes out.
Are you gonna get one?
Dude,
I don't have no.
Nina sent me this
You want
photo
resale? No.
yesterday. She sent me this photo of her Labubus.
Oh, there's like a set. She could put them on a couch.
She just happens to have a bunch, right? And then I was like, cool. And then she was like, you don't like the chair I got for them?
I see people. It's a Labubu chair.
Yes,
No,
it's
she just
something.
found a chair at like a thrift store or something like that. And then she's like, oh, I can put my Labubus in it.
Wow.
Perfect.
You know,
Is that
The
called,
cat's gonna get some,
that's,
bro.
that's called a problem, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
This is literally what I was saying the other day when she was looking at all these Labubus and she's like, "Oh, can you get me this one?" And I looked at her and I was like, "Do you want that or do you want like an investment property?"
That's probably what our parents thought of, like the whole shoe collecting.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the hell? You're gonna wait in line for these stupid fucking shoes?
That's what people do. The lines are just like people are
Yeah.
camping out for these things.
Yeah.
It's insane. When I was in China in March recently, of course they have a lot of Pop Marts there, and then when you think about like her and her sister and her best friend and stuff like that, they all like collect these little Labubus and whatnot. But the difference is if you're all in the same region, then you're all playing with the same stock of what's available. But then when I go out of town, I go to a different country and they have like, we don't have that in America. Bro, I went to 3 different Pop Marts, and as long as it was something she didn't have, I got like 2 versions of those blind boxes of everything. And I literally had to like go get an extra, I walked to Adidas and grabbed like a little duffel bag because I had to mule Labubu's bag. And then and in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool. Like she's getting some for like, you know, her best friend or sister. She kept every one.
That's when you text her.
And now she has a couch.
That's when you text her, what about the investment property?
She's like, I got one right here. It's a house for them. So they have a front yard, a backyard.
And watch, like, they go up in value that you can now get an investment house because of those Labubus.
Except that,
WTF,
but you would
Labubu,
probably have to keep it in the box or some weird shit like that, right? On some collector stuff. Can't have like fucking cat pheromones on it and stuff.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
She gets a house for her Labubu. She's like, look, I'm building an ADU for the wall.
I'm burying it right now.
So now they have a separate house. They have a back house now.
Dude, it's a craze though.
That's tight.
Ever since we had the Miffy collab at Jumbi, I was like super fascinated on like what gets girls going to buy stuff. Because like, I think my mind's always been like, I'm just gonna sell shit that I like. You know, and then so I never really tapped into that market. And I started to see a common thing of what drives them nuts. And it's things that remind them of babies, but it's a subconscious stuff. So anything that's a cute toddler looking thing or like a child or whatever, their eyes, I just be sitting on the couch just watching customers walk by or whatever, and what draws them. It's things that make them think of baby or like something really cute.
Yeah, it's gotta be cute. Like boys want something that looks cool.
Like
girls
a gun
want something that looks
like
cute.
that. Yeah. And I mean like, yeah, it's probably like duh, right? But how much it's like a crack rock to them. This dude, it doesn't matter if you're a fucking kid or like a 50-year-old lady. They'll break their neck for it, and then they'll come up and they'll be like, oh my God, I need to get that. And I'm like, really?
It's so
Dude,
cute.
it's like akin to like a mental drug. Like, 'cause you know how drugs, you get the physical high, but this is like a psychological high that they just have to have it because this person has it.
But I mean, we do that too, right? But it's like, oh shit, look at that car. And then you're just, oh my God, I need to do it now, you know?
Yeah, but like even now, I'm not like, I really need to get that dinosaur or that toy truck. Like I phased out at some point.
Right.
Yep.
But at the same time, like who am I to say though? Because I'm like super down for random shit when I was a kid, like Pokemon magic cards, right?
I think it's because what we like isn't socially acceptable. So imagine there's a, because our version of Labubu is titties. So imagine, we're like,
That's what I was thinking too.
Laboobies.
we're like titties. I'm gonna go buy this
Ladies.
titties card right now. But if you buy a titties card, people are like, dude, look at that fucking creep.
Yeah.
Titties card is crazy.
That's the problem.
This was only.
He still can't go Laboobies. He's like titties card.
Yeah. And then and if we go to every other country, we're trying to buy titties in every country, just like, you know, Labubus in every country. And
Oh, imagine collector editions of those.
collector titties.
Yeah, different types of
don't have
titties.
these titties
You don't
in
know which
America,
one you're
you know?
gonna get.
They're like, this guy's a fucking creep.
Yeah, usually guys that are like collecting and doing all that, it's still like there's like a childlike nature to it, right? But then like I think when I see women, it's just normal. They're not like obsessed nerds. They're just regular everyday moms, aunts, kids, whatever. But there'll be something that draws them, and they're like, oh, there's a line out now, and they gotta buy this thing. But then I think for guys, it's like hella specific and niche, and they're all about that. And then there's a line out because these guys are really into Pokemon or whatever it is.
I mean, last time, you know, I really was like, I wasn't willing to wait in line, but last time I kept on checking where it might be so I can buy it was PS5.
Oh.
And then even then,
But you're trying to play it, though. You're not trying to collect it.
True.
Yeah,
It is a hype though. There is a hype.
but it's
to it.
that
Yeah,
addictive.
that is
yeah.
the difference.
See, I would collect tits and ass cards, but then that's not socially acceptable.
But have you ever been a collector Or like
Yes, I know exactly. Because I used to collect comic books. I had a whole stack of them. And then I realized, like, what the fuck am I going to do with all this shit? And I went through that multiple times with different things throughout my life to the point where I'm like, I could just recognize, like, oh, I'm not even going to start on this. Because I already know where it leads. And to me, the question always is always, like, when I see people start it, is like, when does it stop?
Would you?
Because it
collect tits and
eventually
ass
will.
cards?
Yeah, totally. Dude, you have to, man.
Fuck yeah,
I don't think I would.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, collecting things like that kind of
Imagine a mint titty card.
honestly like collecting things like that doesn't. I don't know, for whatever reason, it just doesn't, track with me.
Yeah. That's
It's
what
not
I'm
even that
saying.
it doesn't bring me joy. It just. I don't. Maybe it's just not for me. Like collecting anything really.
I don't like a bunch of stuff.
It's a little bit of like a hoarding mentality.
What about a mint 1994 Cindy Crawford?
You know what is fun about
I just want to make sure I
though?
have nice white socks in my drawer. That's all I care
It's
about.
fun
You know,
to
things
buy
like that.
gifts for other people.
I get it. I fucking get
You know
this.
what I'm saying?
I understand you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, being able to purchase something that's relatively inexpensive. I mean, $20 for a toy is like, that's fucking expensive, but $20 just in general, it's like, okay, this is really gonna make you happy if I get you this. Like, fuck yeah, I'm down. You're not asking me for like a Hermes bag or something.
Yeah, shit, for real.
every single time we have a new launch, like a collab, we get like 300-400 people in line. And they'll wait from like
good.
6 in the morning with like chairs and everything.
You do a Junbi Labubu collab, you're gonna have like 4,000
We're
people.
trying to talk to Pop Mart, but that's the psychology behind the people that likes collecting, right? And then like the more, I'll go in the line and I'll ask them and stuff. And for them, it's the treasure hunt. That's the shit that makes them, like they want to. Because when I see a line, I'm like, I don't want to get into this hobby because I don't want to fucking wait in that line. I'm not the consumer. But for them, it's the whole story of, it's kind of, I get it because it's like with thrifting, right? You're like going through rows of clothes and then you find that one thing and you're like, and I got it for $2. So it's like that, I guess.
And the cool thing is, if you're doing an exclusive at your store only,
Yeah.
like they can only get it here, and once it's done, it's done. So
Yeah.
to them, it is.
It's exclusive, it's special, it's limited.
Right.
I get it. I just never was the type to wait in line for anything. Like I'm just too impatient.
Nope.
That's why you gotta work at these things, and you get it for free, like right on the spot.
I guess the only thing that I've collected or been close to is like recently I've been getting into like cigars more, and then the types and whatever. But there's still a used to it. You
do something
Yeah, I
with
don't
it,
want to like hold on to it. Yeah.
Yeah, because toys is like it just
Yeah.
sits there, and then it's later on you either resell it or whatever. I mean, maybe it'll go up, but who knows?
And guns, like I made hell excuses that I needed more and more and more.
Always more.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of a collector stuff,
problem.
but
A good problem.
I don't think I'm an actual collector. Like some guys are like, yo, this one's straight from 1884, and then like, you know, like they know everything about it. I think, you know, that's going super deep.
Right, but what do you do with it once you have it? Because even if it's like special, it's
You
like,
jack off to it.
Duh.
right.
Yeah.
You smell
hold,
it.
You hold the gun and you jack off to
Yeah.
it, and you're like, that was good.
Then you put it back for next time.
Put it in the
Thank you.
safe. Put it in the safe.
Yeah, is that what you do?
No, because I don't collect anything. But if I did, I would jack off to all of those things.
Damn.
The only thing I kind of semi-collect, but not
Can't
really
relate.
collect, and it's not even for us, is every time me and Gio, when we travel, we always bring back a magnet for Gio's mom. And I didn't realize how much we've actually traveled until we look at her fridge. And it's fuck tons, like all over the place. And it looks so cool. And I'm like, man, I should have did that with our fridge. Our fridge don't got fucking shit on it.
You didn't do that with your fridge?
No, we just got little magnets from like fucking Zion or all these like,
Yeah.
random places. And her fridge looks hella like comfortable, but she hasn't been to any of those places.
We do that with our fridge, and then when Tiff, when she wants to go get like a magnet at like a gift shop, I'm always like, all right. But then it's one of the, because I'm such a party pooper, and then once you realize like, yeah, we're using the fridge, you're like, oh yeah, this is actually really nice. I should stop being such a fucking dickhead. you
Good
know?
reminder.
Yeah, like I should smell. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, babe, for real, I want to go in here, and I'm like, oh.
You know what's hilarious? When me and Gio first
Bad attitude.
were like in our early phases of dating, we did have a fuck ton of magnets. But this is during our fighting phase. I remember one time I slammed the refrigerator door and it was like, boosh! I'm like, I'm never having magnets on the refrigerator ever again.
Hey, don't slam the refrigerator, bro. Hey, you slam it too hard, the shelves
And I'm like, I'm only
break.
slamming the other doors.
So being like that mad and having to clean up the thing
I
that
know.
you just crashed, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
supposed
your
to
boy
be?
right
It's
here.
supposed to be satisfying.
Supposed to be, and then you just instantly humbled.
God.
You're like, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like you're slapping them up there.
I also was trying. I used to hate it too. Nina would always be like, "Oh, we gotta go get this magnet." I'm like, "It's fucking gay."
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking a ripoff. That's
So then
my dad's voice.
I couldn't beat her, so I had to join her.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Look, if we're gonna get a magnet, we're gonna get the coolest magnet, right?" So I started getting like whatever. If we traveled somewhere, whatever country, you get like the cool. You don't just get like the picture of the spot. You get the one that's got like the fucking windmill that turns. You know,
Wow,
whatever.
that's some fancy
Snow globe one.
Until you fucking get like cats that like will jump onto the fridge and use it as a step, and then they're just shooting them down. They're splashing everywhere, and you're like, "That was our favorite one."
Or windmill.
That's why I gotta glue the magnets to the fridge.
Dude, now I just get like the plastic ones that just say where we were.
Yeah. The fancy ones.
Cats are in everything, man.
Why you guys have them then? Why don't you collect more cats?
I started.
They're humbling us. They're reminding us that it's about.
Don't mean shit. You went to Switzerland, dude.
All right, it's not the material stuff.
Like, fuck Switzerland. Y'all shipping it home.
Y'all should have been home.
Stop travel so much.
I miss collecting things though and being excited about it and then like displaying it and all that. But like, what I don't miss is having to take care of shit. Because that's more. The more stuff you have, the more things you have to clean.
You have to have a
like,
display case, dude.
Yup. But it does look nice when your home is filled with cool stuff and it looks like a museum.
Yeah, I have these statues from anime conventions that I just randomly would.
You mean the naked girls that are bent over and stuff?
No, I don't have that, unfortunately. But I have a reason to collect them now because I have an office, so I just display them there. So when people come over, they're like, "Whoa!"
Look at that girl in a bikini.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, she's bending over crazy.
Yeah.
This is weird, but if I could have gone back to all the international spots there where there's all those souvenirs that you get, instead of magnets, well, I mean, no, we already have magnets. Two things I wish I would have gotten was like a patch, because I think that would be cool to like throw on something, even like a bag or something, like a travel duffel, you know? And also, this is really weird, but you know those little teaspoons?
How small is that teaspoon?
They're just like little ass spoons, but they have like a picture of whether it be like the flag.
Oh yeah.
Those are cool.
I always thought they were like, what the fuck, what granny ass, whatever. And I went to a homie's house one time whose mom actually did hella travel, and so always collected spoons, and they had like a display case by their kitchen.
That's sick.
And it just looked epic. And I was like, wait, that's small.
When you have
so
a
it's,
lot?
like, really easy. Yeah, they had like 40. But it's just like
That's
it's
nice.
it's small, but it's also metal.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's cheap and janky.
Shot glasses are cool too.
They are until
They break.
Yeah. Drink your fair life out of it.
Yeah, making art out of something and then when doing things like that, I think it kind of like immortalizes that memory. Because what happens is I'll travel a lot and then I'll forget what happened and I don't even remember that I went to that country sometimes.
You know what's cool is when you go to a different country, you get a tattoo, like a small tattoo from someone local there.
and then you get an infection.
Yeah.
Because they don't have American standards.
I had a friend who would collect all the hotel room card keys, and so they would be different colors.
Wow.
She was an artist, and she would put them into kind of like a large frame, but arrange it so that way the colors would actually create some sort of picture.
Oh, cool.
And then it became like an actual art piece out of hotel card
That's
keys.
so cool.
That is really
That could
cool.
never be me, bro. I'll never save those. I'll be like, oh fuck, I missed the key.
Are you a minimalist? Like you like just throwing away shit all day long?
Yeah.
You're not sentimental.
Not with objects.
You don't save movie tickets.
Like I would. Nah. Maybe I should be. Is that bad that I'm not? I
You
feel
got a
like
geek collection? Probably got a geek collection.
You gotta have something.
You got a white belt collection?
He's got white socks. That's all he needs.
Like all the shit I've like won, like even like I just give it like these medals. I don't even have them anymore.
How do you do that?
Because I'm just like, maybe I just downplay. I'm like, I'm never gonna use this shit again.
You know, I was kind of like you. Like I lost at least half of my powerlifting medals.
Yeah.
Until I had a kid, and then when I saw how he viewed it, wow, where did you do that? I was like, oh, that's when I did whatever. Then I'm like, oh man, I should have kept all that shit.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't have
about
maybe I don't have kids, bro. Because I show it to my dogs and they just look at it like
You got snacks, bro?
they don't give a fuck.